The child who talked to a ghost every night, based on a true story. I don't think I need to tell you that ghosts are real. There is not a single person on this planet who has not experienced something supernatural in their lives. And even if you haven't, it doesn't mean that you can't believe in them. So today, I will be telling you a story about a boy who spoke with a ghost every night. He was only 6 years old at the time, and he would talk to this spirit without any fear. It's a very interesting case. And even though I have heard similar stories before, I couldn't help but feel astonished after hearing this one. So let's jump right into it. The year was 2005 and the place was East Sussex, England. The incident happened when a couple adopted a 6-year-old boy. His name was Harry Street and he was suffering from ADD and autism. But despite all his conditions, he had a loving heart and a beautiful soul. The thing was that when Harry joined his new family, he had a lot of behavioral issues. He would do things without anyone telling him to, and sometimes he would just get violent for no reason at all. Overall, he seemed like a nice kid, but he needed some serious help. So his parents took him to a psychologist for help. But here's what's bizarre. Every night before Harry went to bed, he would ask his parents to turn off the light. And the moment they did, he would start talking to someone. At first, it sounded like gibberish, but then he started saying complete sentences. Why are you here? Are you lost? He also said, tell my mommy that I love her. Tell my daddy that I'm sorry. And these weren't the only things he said. He would also say, let me out, which frightened his parents a lot. And that's when they decided to record him while he slept. After listening to those recordings, the psychologist was stunned because Harry was speaking in complete sentences and was asking questions like, are you playing with me? Don't touch me. What's your name? How old are you? And the ghost would answer all his questions. Now, the boy's parents were already frightened, but after listening to the recording, they were completely terrified. Now, since they didn't know what to do, they took the recording to another expert, but he also claimed to be clueless about the situation and advised them to simply ignore it. However, Harry's condition kept worsening. He started getting violent and uncontrollable, so his parents had no other option than to take him to the hospital. They thought that maybe he was suffering from schizophrenia, but doctors found nothing wrong with him. In fact, when they asked Harry what he was doing, he replied, talking to my friend Billy. He wants to come out. Now, I don't know if you believe in ghosts or not, but I personally do. And I have also seen a few spirits in my life. So I can tell you one thing, ghosts usually don't want to come out. They are quite happy haunting the place they are bound to. Moreover, if there is a kind and loving soul possessing the body, it would never harm anyone, especially not an innocent child. So the parents should have known that their son was talking to a ghost, but how could they prove it? A few days later, Harry told his mother that the ghost was sad and wanted to go home. So she asked him where the ghost was from and what was his name. He's from the basement and his name is Billie Eilish, he replied. Then he started crying and begged his mother to set him free. He wants to play with me, but he's stuck under the floorboards. She knew that she had to do something, so she called up a priest to investigate the matter. He visited the house and performed an exorcism ritual, but it didn't do anything. In fact, Harry's condition started getting worse. The ghost started interacting with other members of the family as well, and he would move objects on his own. Sometimes he would shake the beds, and at other times he would just make regular appearances. One day, Harry's father noticed that the ghost was always present in the basement, so he decided to investigate the matter himself. He talked to the previous owner of the house and came to know that there had been a tragic accident in the basement years ago. A young boy had fallen down the stairs and died right there. And as it turned out, his name was Billy. After hearing this, Harry's father went to the basement and started digging up the floorboards. And guess what he found? A skeleton wearing old-fashioned clothes. It was indeed the skeleton of a young boy. After finding the skeleton, Harry's condition improved drastically. The ghost was finally set free and the boy could rest in peace. Later, the police also confirmed that the skeleton belonged to a missing child who had gone missing 40 years ago. However, the most surprising thing was that Harry recognized the ghost even before the police revealed his identity. I wonder how he did that. Some people might call this a coincidence, but I don't think so. Harry was only 6 years old when this incident happened, and I doubt that a kid that age would be able to recognize a ghost. No, this was no coincidence. Harry really did see the ghost, and it makes total sense considering he was half ghost himself. That's right. When Harry's parents learned about the tragic death of the boy in the basement, they got a DNA test done. And guess what they found out? Harry is the reincarnation of the same boy. That explains why he had special powers, and why he was able to communicate with other spirits. As for the ghost, he probably attached himself to Harry because he saw a part of himself in the boy. After all, both of them were half ghosts. And now that Harry is free from the ghost, I hope he reincarnates into a much better place next time around. This story goes on to show that even young kids can be strong enough to save an innocent soul. Harry didn't hesitate to talk to the ghost, and he risked his own life just to set him free. And I think that shows how pure his heart was. Many children are afraid of the dark because they think it might bring them bad luck. But that wasn't the case with Harry. Even though he was only 6 years old, he knew what it meant to be haunted, and he didn't let the ghost suffer alone. Also, I've noticed that most ghosts are friendly and they don't want to harm anyone, but sometimes their presence can be dangerous. Just think about it. If a ghost can interact with a living person, he can also interact with objects. And that's exactly what happened with Harry's family. The ghost was trying to send them messages, but they couldn't understand his language. So instead of communicating with them, he started moving objects and shaking their beds. And in some cases, ghosts can even possess a living body. You probably know a person who claims to be possessed by a spirit. These cases are rare, but they do happen from time to time. Sometimes a ghost chooses to possess a weak mind because he doesn't find a suitable body. But if a ghost possesses a strong mind, it becomes extremely difficult for him to control it. So most ghosts prefer staying away from humans. But sometimes they become attached to them. And that's what happened with Harry. He had a very pure heart, so the ghost felt safe around him. That's why he chose to spend most of his time in the basement with him. And although this story is terrifying, it gives me hope that ghosts are real and that we will be reunited with our loved ones someday. As for Harry, I hope he has a bright future ahead of him. Thanks for watching. And please share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever seen a ghost? Let me know your thoughts and stay tuned for more amazing stories. Goodbye.